Doug Jones here.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Brian. Golly, I have known you now for many years. Now, for today's topic, you've asked me what to address, like what's it like for me to being a Christian in Hollywood. Very broad topic, and I mean, the short answer is not a problem. In fact, quite a plus. The longer answer then would include things like I I because I work in an industry of that is in the arts. I'm a firm believer that I have to be good at what I do first. So I have to be a good actor in the film and TV industry who also happens to be a Christian. I think if I come in the door going, I'm a Christian, everyone, and then especially in today's world where there's so much oh gosh, there's so much pushback against organized religion, or that Christianity has gotten a bad name by some thinking it's too legalistic or too
Very busy.
confining. Whereas I come in going, well, no, actually, this is the most free I've ever been as a Christian. I have the freedom to rest in the arms of a God who's bigger and stronger and wiser than me, and has all the answers that I don't have. So that's who I am as a person. As an artist, I come into the room, I need to be good at my art first. So I don't, my motto is to not be covert and not be overt. So don't want to come into a film
you
set
paid.
situation, or when I'm doing press and PR for a movie, I don't want to be covert about my faith. If it comes up, I can talk about it freely. I don't need to hide anything. I also don't need to be overt about it. I don't need to come out of the gates, preaching and quoting scripture every turn I get, unless it's appropriate, right? Because when it's overdone, your audience can be like, a little. They can do a little pushback. Like that's too much. And uh, if the topic at hand uh, is lends itself to sharing the honesty of my faith and who I am and where I live in my heart, then share it. And then I will indeed share that. So it and it's surprising how and when that does come up. Oftentimes it comes up among co-stars when you're working on something and we're chatting about issues of the day, or what
Right,
happened to all of
right.
us over the weekend or anything like that. Personal tidbits come out and people kind of figure at some point, I've had many people ask me, like, there's something different about you. What is that? And and you'll have a lot of people saying that there's an aura about you that's just so calming. I'm like, well, that aura is not me. It's that is Jesus within me. But thank you. So I do want to. I think, what would Jesus do? He got on the same level of the people he was talking with, to find a relatable platform to speak with them on. And that's why he was so relatable to all walks of life and all types of people, as he walked this earth, because he could suss up who they were and what their heart needed to hear, and who he needed to be for them in that moment. And I want to take my notes from him, and be that same good listener, and but also be a guide to, because so often, like, I get asked for advice, like, well, what would you do in this situation? And I'll be like, wow, as a person of faith, I have to turn my eyes upward, because this is a situation bigger than me, and my decisions may not be pure, but God's are. So there's that. Also, then there's also the work environment thing too. As a Christian in Hollywood, you you may want to you're given, as an actor especially, you're given scripts that you're asked to do things, and the character you're playing might have things about him that you're like not comfortable playing, or you might be able to give a creative suggestion on how to make that character a bit uh, more palatable for a broad audience. And so the thing, I do have the power to say no. So when a script has is blood and guts and or demonic activity, and there's no redemptive quality to it, that's the script I'll probably say no to. I played a lot of dark horror film type material, but if it has a redemptive quality where in the end the hero has used the forces of good to overcome the forces of evil, that's a story that I can help tell. Someone's got to play the bad guy in those stories, and oftentimes it's been me being the bad guy, and that's okay because it's fictitious, and if you can make a movie that empowers people to go, you know what, as the lights come up after the movie's over, now I feel a bit empowered to go tackle the demons and monsters in my own life. God be with me. I think we can do this. That's the effect I want to have with the movies that I make. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope that you are finding yourself happy and successful and content in your life, and in your viewers' lives, whatever they may be doing. Whether it is showbiz or not, that you're using the circle around you, and using your voice in the circle that you're in. Some people have a bigger circle than others. But every bit is important. If your circle is 5 coworkers in an office situation, use your voice. If your circle is millions of people around the world because you have a public figure platform, use your voice. So I'm a firm believer that none of our voices are invalid. That they're all quite valid and all quite usable. And again, God bless you, Brian. Lovely to chat with you, and we'll hopefully do this again. I'm not in Toronto anymore, but when I am, I would love another lunch date. Okay, bye. God bless.
Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was wonderful. I took the time to do that. Please send this on to your friends. Subscribe today, and hopefully we can spread the word about Christians living in the world in regular jobs. Okay, thanks. See ya.